You don't have to be, have to be so young. You can be as old as you want to be. As far like their backgrounds in life, they can range from just a kid off the street to preachers, doctors. I've tattooed every walk of life you can imagine.
Asian cultures are really the first ones who, started to modernize the practice and, turn it into something more than just real simple pictographs.
I mean, different countries, different cultures, they all use different things. If you look more like the African, like Aborigine kind of people, they used a lot of thorns. They used thorns, crushed berries, they just poke and poke and poke until it went in. Japanese people, they tattooed the same thing as they do, a lot of them still do now. They use just a big long metal rod with needles attached to the end of it. And it's more of a poke method. People like in the Philippines or Polynesians, people like that, they used just a bamboo reed with an L-shaped needle on the end of it, and they'd hit the top of it with another stick.
Up through 60s and 70s, it was basically a working class thing, especially during wartime. It was something that, a lot of the military did.
The kind of people that kind of gave our industry the name it has, everybody thinks it's for the thugs and outcasts of life, and it's really not that way no more. But a lot of people that were tattooing weren't artists. They were just people that wanted to tattoo. A lot of sideshow stuff was going on then. It wasn't as accepted. It was all kind of underground.
It was in the 80s that you really started to see an explosion of tattooers sort of broadening their horizons and, marketing themselves to people other than this small niche market that they were used to catering to.
Today it's more an art-driven profession. There's actually artists that tattoo. It's not just, hey, I feel like tattooing, I'm gonna learn how to do it and do it. I mean, in tattooing, there's definitely like not centralized, like there's people that focus on certain things, and there's certain styles of tattooing just within our art form. You get traditional stuff. It's more like the older style tattoos, just like you see in the 40s, 50s, and on up. You got guys that do just strictly realism. You guys do strictly black and gray work, and it can range from anything, but they're only doing black and gray. You got guys that do more of a new school color bomb, really cartoony, illustrated stuff.
That's one of the things that customers need to know is like, when they do want to get tattoos, like, well, what do I want? Generally everybody's got an idea what they want when they come in the shop. If they do a little bit of research online or in magazines, they're going to be able to tell, well, this is this style, so I need to find someone that specializes in this style. I mean, now there's, 50 tattoo magazines that come out every month. Well, they got to find pictures somewhere.
They want to be tattooed by the people in the magazines or the people they see on TV. And some people on TV, you see this shouldn't be on there, and they shouldn't be charging even 50 bucks an hour. Your average client doesn't know the difference of a good tattoo and a bad tattoo until they have one. Until they have one side by side where they can tell. So I could be the worst artist in the world and charge you 200 bucks an hour. If I've never tattooed you, you don't know how good I am or how bad I am.
Well, everybody's different, I mean, you'll have some people that have thought it out for years and years and years, and it's a big special thing for them to come in and do it. And you have other people that are literally just walking by and they're like, oh, that'd be neat.
One, you can just adorn your body with anything you want to. Two, some people like, it's an escape, and yeah, it sucks, it hurts, none of it feels good. I don't care what anybody tells you, it doesn't feel good. But when you're done with it, like, you feel like you've accomplished something. You got through it, you're done. You have someone that's going to be there forever, you can remember it by. It might remind you of something else that could be the reason you're getting it for it. We spent $1,000 on a tattoo. The tattoo's there for, unless you get shot in the face. That tattoo's there for at least 30, 40 years, depending on your age. You go buy a computer for $1,000 bucks, you're going to buy another one in 2 years, and another one in 2 years. So in 40 years of buying computers, you're spending $30,000, $40,000.
I mean, there's always going to be people that...
You always wonder, like, why people are looking at you, and you look like me, and you kind of know why people are looking at you. I got tattoos from head to toe, and I can't cover them no matter what I wear. They're always, something is always visible. Me personally, I don't mind. I didn't get them for other people to look at or for them to admire. It's for me. It helps me. A lot of people, they'll say that, religious people are the first people to say not to judge. Yet you walk into an upscale church, I grew up Methodist, so I walk into a Methodist church. They're kind of more uppity people. You walk into a Methodist church and everybody's looking at you. They're the first people to judge you when they're the first people to tell you not to judge. Honestly, we've not felt one bit of anything from it. For us, you know, people are going broke, but they're going to go do anything they can to get that kind of release and get their mind off of what's going on in their life. And you know, thankfully we have a profession that provides that release for other people, so they come to us to get away from everything else. So our careers, you know, to me are just as safe as the next.
People are always going to want it. You know, you might not make as much money now as you did a couple years back, but a couple years from now, it always cycles back around.